Hi, I'm Rob and it's Guild Wars War 6, the last day of wars, and today we're up against Die Teufelsritter. Fred Forstein is the first enemy, and what happened here? Was this planned? Maybe not. Maybe someone didn't set their defences properly. Explodes brown gems, grants a random status effect to all mechs, and summons and 3 bomb bots. So, yeah, ironically, they could destroy themselves, which we don't really want. Otherwise, it's quite a high team score. Standard, excuse me, kind of Zul, Drowned Sailor, Daughter of Ice team here. But being as though this team is no threat, I might just experiment with the team I set up earlier, see how this works with the Wander Stars and a double Zul Goth. It is amazing how quickly this Wander Stars can charge up even like 2 Zul Goths. And we'll have Starflower in the back just because it's funny to change someone to a pixie now and again. Someone knows all about that, don't they? Haha. Anyway, right, so Wander Stars has the choose one spell, create 6 elemental stars, bless all allies, or create 7 umbral stars and curse all enemies. In Geomancer for this, I want to start with 50% mana. Rock Solid, gain enchant. And a Medal of Anu to give my Zuls a little bit of a head start. Right, I'm just going to dive straight into this. No need to muck around with this. Let's just double check their talents, I suppose. Yeah, nothing too bad. Right, so let's dive in. With a 50% start, it does not take much to get that Wand of Stars charged up. Any matches like this are really good. I've got Lightning Strike turned off for this because, oh no, it's the wrong one. It's a different team. Ignore that, what I just said. We'll get that anyway for our Zul face. Cast this. I tend to cast it on the first option. The elemental stars kind of shoot out 4 colours in those diagonal points, as you can see in that top left-hand corner. For me, even though it creates 1 less elemental star than it does the umbral stars option, I seem to have more success with the first option, so I tend to almost always go with the first option. I did get the wand charged up again, but I'll do it again. Can get a lot more mana than that sometimes. I didn't see, it didn't repeat that time. Oh well. Right, let's do it again. Let's get both stools up at once if we can. Not quite. Anyway, let's get rid of some of these before they start to blow stuff up. There we go. Let's do this again. I wonder if they've slightly nerfed this weapon already. It's already not working quite as well as it did in its first few days of being out. I used to get my both Domitinas, who require loads of mana, charged with a single cast of this, but yeah, it's still really, really easy. Still had a Zul sitting there. Bit of a high risk, high reward weapon though. You can set the enemy up in a big way, but that was kind of a safe game. It's like no real threat there. I should just play around with that one, showing that double Zulgoth team with the Wand of Stars. Anyway, 3,270 Guild Wars points. Battle 2 is against Kratos. 2-10-4-7-6. Alright, we have a Life and Death Arachnian Weaver team here. Standard kind of team. All Beaver class though, quite a high team score on this. Lamash to converting yellow to purple, dealing damage to the weakest enemy. Starts battles with full mana. You've got to watch out for that. Life and Death does the stealing life from the last 2 enemies, death marks them, and blesses itself. Arachnian Weaver webs all enemies, deals damage, true damage to the last 2. If one of them dies, explodes 15 gems. There's very good traits as well. And King Avalorn. All elves start with 50% mana and does damage to all and has a summon. So very dangerous team. We can go about this in a couple of different ways. Don't want to use this team. What have I got here? This is the standard sort of Zulgoth team. This is not too bad. If one of these dies, this is quite good because it converts yellow to blue. So we can do that as a natural counter to that. Potentially. But I do like to mana drain those suckers. But that's immune to mana drain, and that is one of the main threats. So I wasn't going to change teams, but no, I think I'll go with this one. Elementalist class, any of those 4 matches, we're going to stun, freeze, burn and entangle one of them. If Life and Death or Arachnian Reaver takes out one of these 2, should be able to bring back a summon and keep it going with Zully Boy. So yeah, let's roll with this. It's the only thing about Life and Death and Arachnian Weaver where they target the last 2 enemies. It's like you can deliberately put people in last place who are not that important to the team. This is important for the start, but not so much after that. Or you can have impervious troops in last place is another way to go about it as well, to stop that death mark malarkey. Right, so I think all is good. Yep, this will do. Let's go. Purple, 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 purple. Looking for our conversions first. Right, so let's have a little look around. We may as well take this anyway, but let's have a little look. Do look to take these when they're there though, because it's just better. You get more entangles and stun, freeze, burns and stuff on the enemy. We've just got the yellow to blue there. This is why I've got snap freeze turned off. I'll just show this quickly. Not snap freeze. I've got water binding. There is lightning strike. That's the one. In place of water mastery. I think it's water mastery. There's the one with lightning strike where you explode a gem when you get a 4 match. Got that turned off for this exact reason. You want to control the board more. If I take this now, that's left that untouched, which means I can do this next time, which is really cool. Not that one, that one. Zul is up already, which is really cool. King Avalon is already death marked, which is pretty interesting. Right, so may as well get rid of someone. It's going to do yellow to purple and completely waste its spell, so for that reason we'll get rid of Avalon. And let's have a little look around. Yellow to blue, not so great now, of course. Red to blue. Yeah, nothing too fantastic, so I think I might just cast my Obsidian Libram and see what happens. Explode 65 gems, which is the whole board, and there's a summon which we don't need right now, but hey, let's see how much money we get. And you get to jumble the board effectively as well. Right, so yellow to blue is nothing amazing. And red to blue, not too bad, because you're going to drop this one down and get the purple at the same time. Patience is a virtue sometimes in this game. Yellow to blue, you get that. So yellow to blue is not worth it. Red to blue, probably not worth it either, to be honest. Might get this, because I want to get a rock solid barrier and get my Obsidian Libram up again. That is the most sensible move, I think. Now let's see what happens with this again. That is a bit more like it. Thank you very much. Oh, what did I press then? I think I pressed the wrong button. I was sort of daydreaming a bit. I was thinking about something I'm doing later on this afternoon. I was in not the best thing to do is daydream when you're playing Guild Wars. I was literally thinking about something happening soon. Went into a bit of a daydream and pressed the wrong button. But it's all good. Red to blue. Do we have any red to blue 4 matches anywhere? Nope. So should we take them out or should we cast our Obsidian Libram? Their web spin is nearly ready to cast. They can do that, I don't mind. Let's see if we can get ours all up. Pretty close. In fact, I'm going to get that on an extra turn and bash Weaverface out of there. Worked out well in the end, even with a wrong button press, which was a bit interesting. Right, 1,389 Guild Wars points that time. Opponent 3 is Zareth. And we have a Goblin team in Frost Mage. So if these start looping, they will just loop us to death until everybody's dead, which is not good for us. But yeah, we're going to stay with this team. Elementalist, we're going to start with that Snap Freeze. Providing it doesn't go on their Toad Squeezer, who is impervious, then we stand a chance. In fact, the second one, there's a 50-50 chance of the Snap Freeze not working here. So this is slightly risky, but we do have the 3 separate chances of a 4-match, basically. The natural 4-match at the start of the game, where we can then do the Elementalist effect, and 2 separate chances of a 4-match with these 2 troops here. So I'm going to roll with this again. You got to take your chance with these goblins sometimes. But we do have a nice match there, so I'll be taking that, thank you very much. That was a good boost to my Zul. And we have red to blue. Zul is up. Who do we get rid of first? Who is the most annoying? Well, we can take that anyway, because we've now got 3 of them entangled, frozen, and everything. So for that reason, I'll get rid of the top troop first. So I'll leave many skull hits. They're not going to be affecting me. They'll just be doing nothing. They'll be like kicking nothing. It's like they'll be swiping and punching and kicking, and it'll be doing absolutely nothing, those skull hits. Alright, not a lot of yellow there, so yellow to blue is no good. So I'll grab some Obsidian Libram juice. I'm seeing things. I forgot my Daughter of Ice wasn't up. Skull whack, or do we cast our book, our Libram? No, we take that out of it. Less goblins is less goblins, and less goblins is good. Yellow to blue is still not a thing. So I get Zor charged up, as well as some extra mana and maybe a fluky extra turn. All good with me. Take this just in case another skull or 2 drops down. This helps Zul's spell. Let's get rid of String Fiddleface. Have we got any double drops of skulls anywhere? Oh, that would have been a nice match. There's nothing in this column. Still nothing on the yellow to blue side of things. So I think we just give him a normal whack. He'll take one back. We'll say, on your way, mate. Fairly straightforward day so far. Long may that continue. That was 1,521 Guild Wars points. Battle 4 is against Blood Hiller 1509. We have Sunspear class, Flammifer, creating 10 red gems, dealing 56 damage to an enemy in this case, boosted by those red gems. Creates a Firestorm at the start of every turn, which is red, and they have Snap Freeze. They're going to Root Trap me at the start. And Yao Guai is here, dealing a good amount of damage to the first 2 enemies, boosted by his life. A few casts of this can actually just wipe you out, and it can self-charge because it then transforms all purple gems to red, which can basically self-charge it and then do it again. Absolute pain. He's got to go. Queen Titania, fairly damaging, but not as big a threat as Yao Guai. And Taipan starting battles with full mana and transforming all brown to red. Right, I still think I'm going to go with this team. But I did switch my medals around a little bit. I still had Noshes on for the last battle, and they are kind of wasted in this team. So I've just put on some a single Med of Anu to give my Zul a head start. But I'll put on 2. The medals will give you +8 life to all troops, which is more useful for this team. Right, I can move my Zul'Goth down underneath the Daughter of Ice if I want to. That's going to protect it if Yao Guai gets going. Daughter of Ice being killed is not as bad as my Zul being killed in this case. But you do get mana blocked on the purple if you do that. So I'm going to risk it for a biscuit with this team and roll with it. And hope I can get charged before they do. Oh, we've got a nice conversion over here, which is really cool. We have yellow to blue on that one. That is no good. This is way, way better. So we'll absolutely do that. Now I've got yellow to blue here. So that's a dream start, basically. I mean, you can go ahead and take any other 4 matches which are there at the same time if you see any, because that elementalist effect is going to mess up the other team quite a lot. But hey, let's cast Zorl and get rid of the main threat. There he is, he's gone. See you later, mate. Alright, now we have to make some manual matches because we are way short of our mana right now. Don't want to take unnecessary damage, so I may take this skull hit. Here I'll get the purple match at the same time. Yeah, that kind of worked into my favour. Everyone's got the entangle free stun malarkey going on. We've been cleansed, so I'll take this blue or purple match here. I think I'll take the purple one. Skull wallop at the same time. Nearly charged. Take it that way. Did I miss a red 4 match then? I think I might have done. But might not have done. Might have done. Right, let's get rid of Queen Titania. No more threat left in the team regarding damage and stuff, so let's cast that, see if we can get Zorl up nice and fast. What we got? Anything does a double drop anywhere is always nice. Now let's fast track this and get this ready to go again. We're going to get Barrier at the same time. Explode the board. Any sort of match is going to work. Thank you very much. See you later, mate. Another straightforward battle then. But you are relying on the matches at the start for that. They can go either way. If the gem matches at the beginning aren't in your favour, and they are for the enemy, then them games can go literally one way or the other sometimes. But 1,620 Guild Wars points. Last battle of Guild Wars for this month is against Lorelei, the Paragon. Ooh, triple empowered. Converting everything to purple. They got like literally a really good chance to change something to purple here. Got the Bane of Mercy. Gives attack to the first ally, converts a yellow to purple, and inflicts curse. You have Graveseer transforming green to purple, enchants the strongest ally, and Eldritch Million converting brown to purple. If the enemy is cursed, gain half my mana back, which obviously works pretty well with the Bane of Mercy. So yeah, 3 troops here, starting fully empowered. And if they get charged up, this goes mental, does scatter damage, plus 4 per tempering level, creates a mix of 6 purple gems and skulls for every purple enemy. So, if we can keep the top troop entangled, that is the only damage really in the team, apart from that scatter damage. Which is bad, but it's not as bad as those huge amount of skulls. So, well, I could take it on with this. We've got no 2 chances of a 4 match as well, and getting them stunned, burnt, frozen and entangled. But if it doesn't put entangled on the top troop and they get to cast, then we are in a world of trouble. So for that reason, I'm going to change to my purple sort of mana drainy kind of team. We've got 2 chances here of getting going. First of all, we're going to be an archer class. Start battles with 50% mana, gives us a nice head start as well. We're also going to start with that top troop root trapped. I don't see any cleanse in their team, so they're relying on that basic 10% chance to get recovered every single time. And that is the main thing on this, getting that root trap going. But I like this weapon because it also has the tangling ability. Explodes green gems, which helps charge up our leprechaun if we need it again. Gives a random status effect to elementals, which we're not too worried about, but does have a summon as well, just in case things go wrong. Technically, it shouldn't be in first place for that, but hey-ho, I could switch my Leprechaun to the top. And budge that into there, that into there. Right, so if they get a good start, we have some protection. Leprechaun will be the first one to go. And Nari, we can convert green to Spirit Gems, which is blue. That's going to help charge up our Boreal Crystal and our Zul'Goth, as well as drain mana from the enemies, which that's a good way to go with that. Banner plus 2 purple, plus 1 red, minus 1 brown. Arch class, as we said. Right, let's dive in. If we get any matches on this, then we will be taking that and mana draining 3 of their team all at the same time. Right, so we have a little bit there. Not frozen on anybody, so we can take this first. I'm just going to check it's not going to mess anything else up, which is particularly useful. Right, so it's not a huge amount of mana drain we're going to get going here, but it's something, or I could just cast my Leprechaun and see what happens. Because if we do this, we are setting them up for some retaliation on that. These green are going to become blue. Right, so I might cast my Leprechaun. They are entangled on the top troop still. This is going to get our troops charged up really fast. Kill my Leprechaun, do your stuff. We may get a 4-match anyway, which we did. Well, we have this, so I'm not even going to bother with that. I'm just going to do that. Boom. Taking all that mana away from them. That has messed them up a treat. We can now get rid of someone, and we'll get rid of... They're still entangled. We'll get rid of them then. Yeah. It didn't hurt. Didn't hurt. Didn't feel a thing. Let's drain a bit more mana while getting a bit more charge. Didn't hurt. Didn't hurt. Right, so not much green there for my Leprechaun or Boreal Crystal to explode stuff with. And we are entangled on the top troop. So, for that reason, there's no purple for their hero to collect. That's a bit of a waste. Not the greatest load of choices in the world. Might just collect some red then. Oh, they've recovered from the entangle. This is a good chance to cast my Arboreal Crystal. So even though we're not getting much green or mana gen from this, it is important to keep that top troop entangled. If the enemy gets some purple, they may well collect that. And if they get a mana surge, and also I can collect it myself. But you don't want them getting a sudden, unexpected, handy mana surge an extra turn somehow. Don't want to take it there. It's going to give them a extra turn on red. So for that reason, I'm going to do that. Get that entangle going. Can't take these kind of teams for granted. If the hero gets going, they can loop with that, and it is particularly devastating when it works sometimes. Right, and I get that. Right, they didn't take the purple again, which is cool. But they're going to convert yellow to purple, which doesn't do anything apart from set us up for an extra turn. So we'll let them do that. You go ahead. Keep an eye on the hero purple. And we'll say thank you very much. Let's cast... No, don't collect that. Don't want to collect that. I want to explode that with my Leprechaun probably. They are still entangled, so I'm going to cast my Leprechaun. Right, now I've got to be a little bit careful here because the timing of this is quite important. Their hero's nearly up. But if I kill their top troop, and the hero gets charged, they're not going to be entangled. So for that reason I'm going to pick on that troop first. Well, they've gone now anyway. Right, so that's better. We can now entangle that top troop. This has got to be a cast of Leprechaun in it, surely. So much green there, it's absolutely crazy. This is a 4-match on green. A bit more red for my Zulu boy. We've nearly got him, but I just want to deny him purple. Oh, we gave him a cheeky hit there. That was a bit annoying. Well, let's do this then. Don't care if it's only one gem. Want to keep the top troop entangled. Right, come on. Let's stop messing around with this. I think I might take purple manually again. Let's grab that first. Thank you very much. Hopefully we'll get rid of that thing at the top. Zool is one away from being charged, so we just got to make sure we don't accidentally hit him again. And then they can be gone. It was an interesting battle, that one. But success and another everybody's dead day. And it would have been 5-0 across the whole week if I didn't mess around on that green day. On green day I messed around with that wand thing and just played a silly team I shouldn't have done once, and I lost one. But hey, there you go. That's what happens when you mess around sometimes. But I do like to experiment. It is good to show how the different weapons work, or can fail in some ways. It's all part of the fun of the videos. But anyway, 1,727 Guild Wars points there. Let's take a look at the total of the day, which was 9,527. So not too bad. There it is. There's a video. If you enjoyed it, found it useful, helpful, any of that kind of stuff, be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.